Every kid dreams of having a playroom where they can disappear into a new world, and most kids get that. A whole room filled with their toys and vast imaginations that they can play in with friends or siblings. My cousins and I had one to share amongst all of us, but it wasn't an ordinary playroom. It wasn't even a room. It was an entire pizzeria, our family business that was our playground. For us, the whole world was within those walls, and everything else going on outside was made up. And the best part was, ours came with endless amounts of food. The pizzeria was the location for our birthday parties, baby showers, and sometimes holiday dinners. It was the place that brought us all together, and it was the place where my cousins and I began to dream. We dreamt up the jobs we pretended to have, and we made up infinite scenarios. We were waitresses or supermarket cashiers. We were teachers and businessmen and women. We were chefs and superheroes. Any material or object we saw triggered our imaginations and kept us entertained for hours while our parents kept the business running. To a 7 or 8-year-old, a calculator that prints receipts was the perfect cash register. An office in the basement with a marker board was the perfect desk for a CEO or the best space for a teacher to teach a class. And the stock of foods, bags, pizza boxes, and drinks was our very own supermarket. The possibilities were truly endless. But then things began to change. The store was sold and the 4 owners, my dad and 3 uncles, wanted to spread out, to explore new places and start their own pizzerias. So 3 new pizzerias were bought. My dad at first didn't have much luck, and we moved from store to store until finally finding a place. One of my uncles opened up one in our hometown, while the other migrated to southern Florida. I believe that was the hardest. Not only did they tear down our playground, but also the family seemed to be apart more than ever. As life does, it went on. We kids grew up and adjusted to the new familiarity, and soon all that was left of our magical world were these photographs. Each of us always held onto a piece of that store, and not just the kids, because a few years ago my 3 uncles decided they would buy it back. I'm sure my cousins felt the instant pang of nostalgia just as I had at the news. It was like we were buying back our childhoods and the chance to relive it in some form. That pizzeria returned to our family, whom we all believed to be the rightful owners. Anytime I pull through the parking lot and am greeted by those large glass windows illuminated with neon signs, flashes of the world we built creep slowly back into my heart, and I can see us running around inside, cups in our hands overflowing with soda from the fountain, cheese stretching between our small lips to the plate, or the bottom of our little feet caked with dirt from running around barefooted. The memories flow quickly through my mind, but when I enter inside, it's different. The walls have been torn down that once divided into a more formal dining area, and now it's one big open space. The walls are littered with Jets and Giants jerseys in place of the Muhammad Ali, James Dean, and Marilyn Monroe posters which had once adorned them. And my uncles and father, they are worn in with age. Their hearts are still young because they are young, but their faces have sunk in, and their hair has become as ashen as the pizza flour. Burns left in haste from the ovens mark their arms, and I see what our playground has done to them. In an instant, the innocence of our youth vanishes, when it appears to me my father and uncles were only trying to tear down the bars of their prison years ago. The monotony of relentless hard work has taken hold of their lives. Maybe they believed going their own ways would add change or be a newer start, but the work and demands of running your own business only increased. The harder they worked, the more the pizzeria took out of them. A lot of the time, there seems to be no end, or greater reward for all of the time and energy they give forth. Some days I believe the walls of their prison have grown too strong and thick to break down. And most days I am grateful for all their sacrifices for their families, and grateful my family earns an honest living. And other days I still see the glimmer in their eyes of a hopeful future. And when I eat their foods, which still hold the taste of my childhood, I see that some things haven't changed. It's those moments I understand that we are their freedom. They let us build our playground on those roots and grow and feel like kings and queens, because to them that is what we are. As we played and we grew older, we witnessed their hardships, and our parents continued to knead pizza after pizza because each one would feed our futures. That future they dreamed of is now our present. It's left in the hands of my cousins and I to now provide our parents the opportunity to enjoy the days of freedom outside those pizzeria walls. So I thank them as we all take one step further to destroying the walls which hold them captive. As much as Junior's Pizza holds a large part of my childhood and even youth, I want to be able to give my parents and uncles the lives of ease they have given us through their hard work. I guess overall, we have already received the greatest reward, a true understanding of the value and importance of family. I believe without this business, we would not have experienced such reliability or loyalty. And that's what keeps us going and pushing through every day. It's the power and support we fuel each other with.
Safe out here we recreate